Old school machines, heavy-duty action, timeless thrill. These wood chippers don't mess around. From giant logs to random scrap, they chew through it all. Sit back, turn up the volume, and enjoy the ride. All right, now comes the real test. Let's see what this beast does. Great for land clearing jobs. The RGS VZ750 DK shredder turns stubborn roots into mulch in seconds. No smoke, no mess, just clean grinding. If you're running a farm or clearing lots, this thing pays for itself real quick. Now that's a serious test for the Hamel VB750. Shredding brake drums with 60% aluminum and 40% iron isn't easy. Getting 11 to 16 US tons per hour out of that mix is impressive. That rotor must be built tough to chew through all that metal day in, day out. They sure made quick work of that bus. Didn't look easy having to cut it first. You guys are doing a great job handling those big machines. Always wondered what happens to old vehicles. Now I know. Keep up the good work over there. Wow, that's a big blast. They do that to move the dirt covering the coal below. That X-Tech C12 sounds like a real powerhouse for quarries and recycling. A 47 by 29-inch jaw opening means it can swallow some pretty big stuff. Good they have that cat loader to keep it fed steady. Must make a lot of noise, but certainly gets the job done. Efficient way to handle materials. I like that the BR200S runs on tracks in a diesel engine. It makes small jobs quicker without dragging in a huge rig. And if it can crush 14-inch trees, that's good enough for old construction wood and rough concrete. This Pezzolato PTH 1000/1000 hacker truck can chew through 170 to 196 cubic yards of material every hour. That's a whole lot of wood chips in a short amount of time. Think about how quickly you could clear a big pile of brush or trees with it. Efficiency like that saves a lot of time and effort on big jobs. That's what I call working smart, not just hard. That tilt bed design is slick. No climbing, no shoveling, just efficient and safe. That's real progress. That's some solid old-school engineering right there. A blower from 1963 still getting the job done, now with a bit of Arduino magic. Moving 3,200 cubic feet of wood chips into a 30-foot silo in 2 hours? That's impressive. Love seeing old machines brought back with modern brains. You gotta watch those old mattresses. The fabric and foam can wrap right around the shaft, and if there's a metal spring inside, that'll jam the crusher fast. Always strip them down before tossing them in. Saves time and a whole lot of headache. My goodness, this Precision Husky Pro Grind 5100 is a real giant. We're talking over 42 feet long with a Caterpillar engine that's got more than 1,000 horsepower. That's some serious American-style muscle for tackling the biggest forestry jobs. You don't see machines built on this grand a scale every day. The shredder pulled that skeleton plate in like a hungry beast. Metal screamed, and in seconds it was gone. What a show of brute force.
What we got here? Gonna pour into it.
Oh yeah. Bottom of
At least 1,220 degrees Fahrenheit is needed to melt aluminum like that. The control was impressive. No splashing, just a steady pour. Clearly, the person behind it knew exactly what they were doing. Not just heat, real skill.
That's a stain of a Volkswagen, huh?
hang on there. You need as well. Hey.
And there it goes. Metal in, chaos out. That loader's tossing junk like it's feeding a hungry bear. 1 bite, 2 bites, gone. King Brothers runs a tight ship. That equipment ain't just strong, it's smart. Now that's a clean rip. Watching that DGM 1500 tear through thick HDPE pipe like it's cardboard is oddly satisfying. One solid shaft, all muscle, no stalling, no fuss. A serious step towards smarter waste handling. Some folks like bells and whistles. Me, I like power and reliability. This Komar machine's got both, and that dual auger is the real workhorse. That machine's got jaws like a dinosaur. Watching it chomp through the middle of a train car gave me chills. All that weight, all that steel, and it just folds like a toy. These modern shredders are something else. makes you respect the power behind that hydraulic force. It's amazing how just one smart addition, this hydraulic pusher, turns a good shredder into a great one. Keeps everything tight, steady, and efficient. Watching that drum get pulled in is just plain satisfying. Makes you think twice about all the electronics we toss out every year. Glad to know there's a way to deal with the waste. That shredder doesn't just destroy, it recycles. Every town should have one of these. These machines are no joke. You trip and fall near one and it's lights out. Respect the shredder. The screw-style design is genius. It grabs the log, spins into it, and just pulls it apart. No axe swing needed. Watching it twist through a 48-inch hardwood like butter is something else. No hydraulics to fuss over either. It's all mechanical, and that means fewer breakdowns. Old-school engineering meets new-age efficiency. Witness the synergy of man and machine. This skilled lumberjack exemplifies modern forestry practices. Note the precise cuts, maximizing yield while minimizing environmental impact. Such efficiency is crucial for sustainable forest management. Used to take a whole team and half a day to pull out a pine like that. Now it's one guy and a John Deere. Amazing what today's machines can do, but it's the man behind the controls that really brings it to life. From small scrapyards to big recycling plants, this shredder's got the range. Whether you're doing 440 pounds or 22 tons per hour, it scales up to the job. I like that it's customizable too. That kind of flexibility makes a big difference. Do they wet the magnesium first? Or maybe shred it in small amounts to avoid heat buildup? I'm curious because this stuff can get nasty quick. I'd love a peek at how they handle flammable metals. Think of all the space saved. That pile was huge, and now it's just a small mound of chips. Good for folks with smaller yards or needing to haul waste. Let us know in the comments. Type 1 if you thought our video was interesting, and 0 if you thought it was boring. I had no idea aluminum went through this much before melting. That shredder tears it up, then the hammer gets it down to bite-sized chips. I guess smaller bits melt faster, huh? This system doesn't waste a bit of time. Wow, a 6-inch screen on that shredder. That's quite a large piece of foam it can handle. Seems very efficient for breaking down bulky items. I appreciate how the Arthos 1600 keeps things moving after the Tyron breaks it down. That 120mm screen keeps the chips uniform, and the ballistic pipe is a nice touch for safety. You don't usually see this much power on a mobile setup. Looks like Haas built it for hard off-road jobs. Looks like those drives got the retirement plan they deserved, ground into dust. Look at how the auger pulls in each piece without a hitch. That's smart design. Steady feed, no jams. Whoever engineered this knew their business. That 4-shaft design really gets the job done clean. You can tell this machine was made to handle tough plastic barrels. And with that 50mm screen, the output looks smooth and even. Simple, solid engineering. Just how we used to build things. Old machines, new thrills, only at Green Tech. Thanks for watching, and if you like this kind of grit and grind, hit that bell and stay tuned. We'll be back soon.